Man, it's a hot one, like 7 inches from the midday sun. Hey neighbor, welcome back to Beyond ARTV. My name is John and I'm fired up today because there's something crawling under my skin that no one else has ever had the courage to say, and I'm just gonna come right out and say it. Concert prices have gone off the deep end as they skyrocket higher and higher as artists and more than likely promoters like Live Nation, Ticketmaster are trying to cover up for the fact that maybe they weren't making as much money, so we jack up the prices, jack up the service fees, and concert prices have become totally and completely fucked. By fucked, of course, I mean there is an actual scientific study done by Pollstar from 2017 to 2021 as they collected data to see what were the most expensive artists, the most expensive tours, the highest grossing tours, everything like that. When I tell you the results will knock your socks off, my god, the amount of millions that are rolling into some of these artists, as the people like you and I that maybe can't afford to pay $1,000 to go see the Red Hot Chili Peppers continue to suffer as we have to choose between maybe putting food on the table or paying for a roof over our heads, or to go sit in the nosebleeds. Maybe that sounds a bit melodramatic, but I really do feel like concerts have just become this thing that I dread in a way because I know when I put those tickets in my cart that that's not the final price. They gotta add on the venue fee. We gotta add on a service fee, possibly a delivery fee if you want your tickets in the mail so you can have a little keepsake. We're starting with average ticket price by genre from 2017 to 2021, and the highest ticket price, of course, is for classic rock at $120 basically a ticket. Pop is close behind with $100 every time you want to go see Lady Gaga or someone. Latin comes in close behind with $91, and you see the other genres that are starting to dominate here, from rock to hip hop to folk. Everything is basically well over $50, and to me, at least for two people probably, or if not more, going to a concert together, trying to get tickets, it becomes this excursion that you have to put on a payment plan. For the first time ever, I had to do one of those payment plans, and it was for the Hella Mega Tour. I bought the tickets in 2019. Obviously, COVID happened and we didn't actually get to go until August 2021. But I want to say that those tickets for 2 pit tickets were well over $600, which is fucking insane. I know that you've got 3 monumental bands in Weezer, Fall Out Boy, Green Day, and you get the Interrupters as an opener. It's 4 acts. It was definitely a bit of a longer entertainment process than normal, but $600 for like 4 to 5 hours of entertainment seems extremely excessive. Here's the dirty little scheming, conniving secret that a lot of these places like Ticketmaster, the evil bastards that they are, don't want you to know. It's that the ticket fees are how they continue to thrive and give their bosses multi-million-dollar bonuses and pay themselves, pat themselves on the back while giving the worst experiences oftentimes, while not actually backing that up with anything other than jacking the prices through the roof because, again, the secret, they know that you're gonna pay it because the FOMO, you can't miss out on seeing My Chemical Romance. They're back and it might be their only tour. Oh, you wanna go see Paul McCartney? Well, you're sure as hell gonna pay at least a couple $100 to come sit in a bleacher about a mile away. Total ticket sales by genre next. We got pop dominating the conversation there with $5.29 billion. Classic rock is still second here with $3.55 billion. Rock just behind that with $2.43 billion. You see everything here except for EDM is well over $100 million, with some of them, in fact probably about half of them, in the billions of dollars of revenue. Poor EDM, they're all the way down there at 29 million, and before that they were what, at $55 a ticket? I mean, Christian tickets are a little bit lower at $39, but I think we could probably guess why that's the case. I'm sorry, but the Lord doesn't actually believe in service fees? Look at this next one, most expensive tickets by genre and artist. We have Bruce Springsteen coming in first with the average ticket price for one ticket on a tour being $508 on average. It's hard to feel a sense of respect as I look down the list and see how much some of these people are being paid. Lady Gaga, $337 a ticket. Metallica, $229. Usher, $220. Dave Chappelle, $166. The Strokes are on the list at $126, which is even higher than Jay-Z and Beyonce. How do you explain that? For the genre of Christian, Lauren Daigle comes in at a modest $58.64, so I guess I know what tour I'll be hitting up next time instead of the Strokes. It's interesting to see the split by genre when it comes to like comedy, rock, hip-hop, EDM, everything like that. They're all absurd prices in their own way, because if I break out my ticketing book, in fact I'm gonna do that, let's see how much some of these old ticket prices were going for even a decade ago. I'm sure a lot of you watching probably keep up with your ticket stubs too, and I'm just gonna flip back to the beginning of my book here when I started really attending concerts in the early 2010s. Here we have Blink-182 with My Chemical Romance, really solid seats, not too far back. I paid $45. 45 bucks just a decade ago. You wanna know how much MCR tickets are going for now? And sure, you could blame some of that on the fact that they're on their comeback tour and there's a lot of hype for it, but for prices to jump up this much, I mean, I couldn't afford to go to the tour. I wanted to see them with Turnstile opening in North Carolina, but instead, I'm going to Riot Fest because it's just a better deal to actually see as many bands as I want to. 5 years ago, Green Day, sitting in the pit, GA pit, right there, $67.50. And just a few years later for Hella Mega, I told you, I paid about $300 plus each. Finally, the last one that I want to focus on from Pollstar here is the average ticket sales per tour by genre, with pop topping the list again at 38 million, with classic rock at 35, rock just behind that with 33, and performance at 33. You want to go see your favorites? Well, you're gonna have to fucking work hard and pay it off in installments, because that's how everything is these days. Oh, it doesn't seem so bad. I'm only paying $30 a month for a year. It continues to spiral out of control. And to play devil's advocate, I understand that the artist is not making much money off of streaming these days, so they have to inflate the tickets a bit, and I understand things like, again, that we're dealing with right now with inflation in the States at least. We, the music fan, are getting priced out of these events that we, the music fan, are there for. We are the community behind them. So places like Ticketmaster, they know that even if a bunch of people rally up and say, we're no longer going to buy Ticketmaster Live Nation events, we're not going to do it because of things like Astroworld and the fact that you charge all of these unnecessary fees for the venue and, of course, delivery, and, of course, we're going to get you with the service fee, people will do it. If you don't buy it, somebody else will, and they know that. What I'm getting at is that the cost of inflation and stuff has not risen at the rate that ticket prices have. And even 5 years ago, streaming was still a dominant factor. You could argue that maybe there were still more physical sales, but at this point in time, I don't think I would agree with that, as vinyl is now more popular than ever. Harry Styles sold like 180,000 copies of one vinyl record in a singular week, and multiple artists have been shattering that record again and again. But also at the same time, you see the merch prices going up, the ticket prices going up, and a lot of it just doesn't add up to me, as the consumer struggles to actually be able to go to these shows, whereas somebody previously might have been able to go to, I don't know, 12 shows a year, one a month. Maybe now they're finding like they have to cut back to 6. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below. This is definitely a topic that, as you can see, gets me a little bit heated. I'm over here sweating on a very hot day, Memorial Day 2022. But anyways, thank you so much for watching. This was just my take on the situation. Please hit that like button, subscribe, and I'll see you soon for more on Beyond ARTV.